Hey guys, this is James, ASMR, and I'm going to be going over how I make my special iced coffee today. The ingredients you're going to need for the iced coffee version is a cup with ice. I use brown sugar, heavy cream, which is low calorie, and I have to make a correction. Later in the video I say it's 50 calories per teaspoon. It's 50 calories per tablespoon, and I pour over. I'm also doing it as a pour over method. So hopefully you guys find this video relaxing and informative. Let's just get into it. All right, so here we are with the materials we need. I already have heated water near, still near, it was boiling just a little bit ago. It still should be hot enough for us, though. I find near boiling water as, to be really, to be a good temperature for this process. Using heavy cream is actually not a terribly poor dietary choice because there's only 50 calories in 1 teaspoon, and you don't use a lot of the heavy cream when you make this. And there is some fat, but overall it's as opposed to making a coffee or iced drink with a lot of regular milk or a lot of other things. Heavy cream tends to be very delicious and a good idea. Also, heavy cream lasts a lot longer than your usual cream or milk in the fridge. So, and I have brown sugar here. And what I'm going to do first, I fill up my cup with ice first. And then I'm actually going to put, hopefully you guys can see this. Yep. I'm going to put some brown sugar right on top of the ice. And I filled the ice so that there's some room on top for the brown sugar. Okay. And we're going to be doing a pour over method as well. I forgot to mention for this. But pour overs actually don't take as long as, they don't take that long. The flavor profile tends to be a lot fuller, I find, than just other simple brewing methods. And honestly, the cleanup isn't too bad. And the materials used is also not too bad. So I have a OXO pour over, a little plastic guy. So I'm going to make sure that it's okay if it's touching the sugar a little bit, but I'm just going to put that right on top. And I've found that these filters, Velita, I'm not sure how you say that. These filters are very good. The number 2 to fit a 2 to 6 cup electric or 1 cup non-electric. So 1 cup non-electric cone coffee maker is basically this pour over device, and you can buy these kinds of things at Starbucks or Pete's. I've seen them at Blue Bottle, I think, has a special ceramic one. You can probably find it on Amazon or wherever. So, excuse me there. We have our filter, and you don't need to bend this part or anything. You can just leave it as is. Okay. And I also have a vacuum sealed coffee holder, which allows me to keep my coffee beans. I don't grind my own coffee beans yet. I don't have a coffee grinder, but I buy my coffee already ground, and this keeps the flavor quite excellent for, I'd say about, well, definitely longer than a typical bag. A typical bag might only last you maybe a week or so, and this until the flavor really starts to degrade and it tastes kind of, burnt or stale. This keeps the taste at least for 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. So, and I'm going to take one tablespoon, and for this size cup, this is like I think this is like a venti 26 ounce, like from Starbucks. I think I'll use, I might usually use 4 or 5 tablespoons, but because I've already had some coffee today, I'm going to just do 3.5. So it actually won't be that strong of a taste, but still should be pretty good. Okay. And we are also going to use, I don't use this every time, sometimes I just do a straight pour, but we're going to be using this, which came with this pour over device, which allows you to specifically measure the amount of water that's going in, and it slows down the drip. So the water blooms the coffee for a longer period of time and extracts, I believe, more of the coffee components, or the components out of the coffee that you want a little bit better. So now we're just going to do the pour, and I think for this I usually need to do about 10 ounces, and I think just a little bit more, and that should be enough to get the cup mostly full. This is going to melt the ice at the same time. It's actually kind of interesting. I'll show you guys that process here. Okay, so here we can see, you can kind of play with it too. You can move the drip around and watch little happy holes appear in the ice. It can be a little an ice sculpture artist when we make our morning, or in my case afternoon, coffee. This helps melt the brown sugar at the same time, which is nice, though it's not going to melt all of it perfectly. So we'll still need to stir it a little bit. Oh, I forgot to put the most important piece back on my vacuum seal. So we're going to put this back on there. Okay. As you push this down in, it carries air out of there and seals the flavor, so it's very nice. I like that a lot. Okay, put this back. All right, and you can see our coffee is almost done, actually. And we can also see that kind of see the coffee filling up and the ice moving around a little bit there. Some of my other more see-through cups are more fun to watch this part of it, because you can really see the coffee. You can see it rise about there now. But it's you can just watch your iced coffee come to life, I guess. So now our water is out of this material, but we still have some liquid in our pour over. So I'm probably going to wait. It's about done. So I don't really need to wait for the rest of this. But as you can see, there's still some of the bloom is going on. So I I might be wrong in some of my terminology here, but anyways, let's put this back here. Okay, so our brown sugar we're done with. I'm actually going to go ahead and I just basically pick this up and put it in the trash. And coffee is really great for, you can also use, I just washed that out with water really quick. Might give it a more thorough cleaning later, but I typically just give it a wash with some water since it already had a lot of hot liquid in there. And then the last step is the heavy cream. And this is going to make really good tasting coffee. And you don't really need a whole lot of heavy cream. You really don't. So, but if you do, it's still pretty low calorie. It's how one of the drinks at Starbucks, the sweet cream cold brew uses heavy cream, and that's why the sweet cream cold brew is able to be such a low calorie drink, is because there's basically no calories in the coffee, and they're using their vanilla syrup and heavy cream to make the cream that goes into the drink. So it's actually it doesn't have 400 or 500 calories like a lot of other drinks do at places like that. I'm going to put my lid on, and then I just do a regular shake, or use a straw to shake. See that I mix my coffee around. There's still some brown sugar down here that hasn't been fully dissolved. If I took a sip, I would find that out. I have a bit of extra brown sugar in the sip, but this should be pretty good. So now let's go back and taste it. I'll put my heavy cream back in the fridge. Okay, hope the audio levels were all decently okay during the filming of that. And I have my amazing result, which I'm so happy to have because I have more work I need to get to the rest of this afternoon. So I'll give it a test here. Okay, that's pretty good. It's not as strong as sometimes I like, but it is it is a coffee I'm having later in the day. Another thing I usually do, but I didn't have today, is I usually have actually a mix of decaf and fully caffeinated coffee in my container, or I have another bag of decaf that I might use later in the day to, I might do half calf so I can still have the stronger taste of the coffee, but less of the caffeine. So that's one technique you can do. Generally, the more coffee you use, the better taste. You typically still want to offset that with, if you like, some kind of sweetener or cream. And the brown sugar and heavy cream combination I found to be just amazing and delicious. So, anyways, I hope that was edifying or relaxing to watch. Please let me know if there's any other kinds of videos you would like me to do on this channel. And I hope you guys all have a relaxing rest of the day, or evening, or morning. Until next time, thanks.